Hello, beautiful souls. I am Awakened Soul, and today I want to look into BTC, our next setup, but in a complete different way. I want us to start with our line chart. When I began my trading journey, I realized that the chart was not a up and down, chart. I realized that it moves in waves. I believe in energy, and I believe that Bitcoin and any other chart, right, works within waves. So sometimes I chart with going with the flow. So with this being said, I want to begin with our line chart and the daily. And I'm going to draw support and resistance lines from the history, from the previous history, right? We're going to turn on our magnet and just from our lows to our next lows. It's hard sometimes with the magnet. Right, that was a support. And the reason I do this is because, like I said, I'm at this moment in time, I'm charting as going with the flow, right? It goes up, it goes down, right? It goes up. Okay. So I also want to chart this resistance that I notice here. So imagine, perfect. This was a downtrend. So the reason I'm doing this is because it's showing me from the beginning, okay, we're in an uptrend, we came in a downtrend, now we're in an uptrend, right? So at this moment, I just want to know where the flow is. Okay, we're in an uptrend here. We broke this line, we came in a downtrend, and then when we came here, we went up to the uptrend. And yes, we're gonna get our next target based on all this. But it's just a good way, or a different way, I would say, to view the charts, right? So uptrend, then we came into a downtrend here, right? We're getting closer to price action. I just want to show you something exciting. Then we crossed over, we moved to the uptrend. You get the point. Downtrend. Beautiful. So now we have like major support and resistance lines just based on this, based on our daily time frame. Right, we have our support here as it crossed over. So I'm looking to see where the flow is going now, right? We had an uptrend, we have a downtrend, and I use major support and resistance lines in the daily to give me a good perspective of what's going on now. So we broke to the upside here. Okay, we're getting closer. So I'm gonna put a trend line right here. And it's always good to lock your lines if you need to, because they do move if you're not careful. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock it. Perfect. So once I'm done, let's go back to our chart here. And not only that, I do want to mention that when you have red and green candles, it's a psychological game, right? And when you see red, it's like sell. When you see green, it's like buy, right? So sometimes not seeing those colors could help you just find or determine where the next move is. Okay, so now that we're here, so like I mentioned yesterday, I am expecting minimum of 50% retracement. But the question is when? When is it gonna fall, right? So with this being said, I realized how close this major resistance, previous support resistance, let's go ahead and highlight it here. And if you're not following my Twitter, I do post charts every day on my Twitter, and I update them because remember, after every move, or after every pattern is completed, or there's a new pattern. Okay, so now that we have a major support resistance trend line and it's close to our price action, I want to move into the 4-hour. Right, so yesterday I was saying that once the 1-hour trend line breaks with the 15-minute confirmation, so it hasn't even broke at this time, so this is our 1-hour trend line. So for me to take a trade, right, we have to have our checkoff list. So for me, it is the EMA 12 and 26 that have to flip, and we have to have a trend line break to the downside with the 15-minute candle close for me to take the trade. But okay, so we're still in the same position that we were yesterday with this contraction phase that is building. And the way the charts move, again, if it's you have a contraction phase, you have an expansion, contraction phase, expansion, contraction phase. So we're just about to finish the contraction phase. So where is it going? What's happening, right? That's where we're here. So with this contraction phase, my goal is to find what pattern is it making. What can I visualize? Is it making a diamond? Is it making a bull flag, a bear flag? I want to see what I could see, what my brain could see. I did add the higher high, lower low indicator to my chart. I did change the settings. The settings are 30. I believe those are the same, 61, 35, but the higher high, lower low has been a really good visual of my patterns in the lower time frame. So yeah, it says we're in the higher high in the 1 hour, but if you move closely to the 15 minutes, you see what I see now. We're creating this flag here. All right, so this flag is about to break. Perfect timing. So bull flags, let's use our ABC here. So bull flags, right, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it correct? Am I right? Let me see. I had previously drawn it. There it is. This is my previous, right? Okay, so it's definitely creating a flag here. So what you would like to do, or what I would like to do, is place my alarms. Where would I place my alarms? So for this flag to be bearish flag, it would have to cross my lowest higher low. So I would place a vertical line here. So once this higher low is crossed to the downside, it will be a confirmation of the bull flag being invalidated and my 1 hour trend line breaking to the downside. So let's go ahead and put an alarm here. Crossing down. Just alarming. I come to the chart. Doesn't mean I'm going to take the trade right away. It means I'm just going to come and reassess the charts. But once you find yourself a pattern in the smaller time frames like this, you get the measure move. And check that out. I mean, if we break to the upside, it will give us one more push to the upside, and it would touch or get us to that major resistance support line. Isn't that crazy? I know, so beautiful. It looks like a hot mess, but it is art. It is beautiful. I love it, and it makes me so happy. So Yeah, so this is my next play, and that's how sometimes I have to, reset myself, and look at the charts in a completely different perspective, a different view. And this target, 22. So my target will be 2200. So that's my my bull scenario, approximately 22,000 would be my target. And again, for us to take that short, like I mentioned yesterday, you have to see your EMAs cross. You have to confirm a 15-minute candle close under the trend line. So my target for the short, once that happens, would be 19,152, and that is based on a Joe target. So here you are. You have a beautiful day, and remember to do everything with love.